So how am I able to test so many TikTok shop and so many TikTok affiliate products so fast without the product in my possession on hand to actually record the videos? Well, you can use an AI tool like jog.ai and make winning product videos that sell your TikTok products extremely well, and then actually generate amazing looking product videos that work and actually sell. The key is knowing how to use it properly, because we can both use the same exact software and one of us might make a terrible looking video that never sells anything, while the other one can make a great looking video that sells a bunch of products. It is ultimately all about the assets that you input into the software. So in this video, I'm going to show you a tutorial of how I use this AI tool to make great videos without getting on camera myself to actually record the video and without even needing the product on hand to do it. So as you can see, this is jog.ai, and I'm going to take this and use it to make a product video with this product right here, without this product on hand, right? Now, this is a product I've been looking into for a little while now. Full disclosure, I'm not actually selling this product on TikTok Shop or TikTok affiliates, but it is a promising product that I think has a lot of potential because it's super niche. It solves a specific problem for a lot of parents that buy water tables just like this. And looking through the actual TikTok competition, there is a decent amount of demand for it, but really not that much competition. And other videos showcasing this specific product have been proven to actually do well as well. So there's a market for it. This is an opportunity. And I think this is a perfect example to show you a product that might work, right? So all we essentially need to do is go to jog.ai. If you want to try jog.ai, you can do so completely free in the description below. And you can see here that it supports all of these different URLs. So you can use an Amazon product, you can use a Shopify product, an Etsy product, a Shine product, an eBay product, and obviously there are plenty of other examples, right? Or what you could do is you could upload your own assets, so your own title, your own description, your own videos, or your own product pictures, and then use it to manually make that yourself with this software, right? So I'm going to show you a combination of each, but just to show you an example of how you could actually just input a product URL here that is going to make the video with AI automatically for you, which is mind-blowing. Let me show you an example. So we take the URL here, we're going to copy that in there, and we're going to paste the URL and analyze it right here in the software. Now it's going to run that URL, and as you can see immediately, it pulled the title of the actual product. So there it is right there, the Acabo two-way water table pump. It also pulled the product description and all that comes with it, and it also pulled all the product media, right? So all the pictures on the actual listing, right? And then you'll also see here that if you can upload extra media, you can upload your own assets, right? So that could be other pictures, that could be other videos, right? And so based on the inputs that you actually give it, it's going to output a video, right? Or more specifically, based on the assets and the media that you put in here, it's going to make a good video, like I said in the beginning, or not so good video, right? And so what you input in the media here, assuming that you obviously have a good product description and name so it can create the script well for you, is really, really important, right? So then how do you go about getting the media for these products, right? Well, you go back to the product listing. In this case, it's an Amazon listing, and you'll see here that a lot of people actually reviewed this video. So there's a product video already actually on it from Acabo themselves. There's a few product review videos from Amazon influencers on the actual video. You could also scroll down and see if there's videos here that are a little bit below. And sometimes, as you can see here, there's plenty more right here. And so what we could do essentially is we could download these videos if anybody wants to know, because whenever I make these tutorials, people always ask, how do you get those download video buttons? It's just Z-Drop. So this little Chrome extension, Z-Drop, is what I use to do that. You can just go to zdrop.com. I don't have an affiliate link for that. So if you go to Z-Drop, you can see it right there, ZEEDROP, zdrop.com. You can download that. I think it's like $12 a month, and it allows you to download videos, pictures. Also, it's what I use to drop ship on a number of platforms because it copies product listings over a lot, like you're seeing kind of right here. And this helps you download videos super fast and super easy. So I'm going to download all of these videos because we're going to input those assets into our video to make a great looking video, okay? We're also going to come back up, and just to make sure we got them all, we'll re-download all these videos right here, even though there might be some overlap here. So there we go. We've gotten a bunch of videos here, as you can see. So now slowly, I'm just going to upload all of these in to jog.ai. You got to do it one at a time. All right, there you go. So now we've input all those videos that we downloaded right here, as you can see. And so now that we have the actual videos in there, you can use a combination of the videos and the pictures if you want, or you could just delete the pictures and just use the videos, which in my opinion, not every time, but most of the time it works better. Every once in a while, it will generate a decent looking video because it'll zoom in on some of the product specs that are in an actual picture on the listing, and that can help to, show measurements or specific angles of the product and functions with words on the screen. So use your best judgment if you want to do that. I have done that in the past successfully with some products, but for the majority of products and the majority of times I create videos, I just use videos because I think it looks better. And it's a lot easier because you don't really have to worry about angling the specific parts of the product. But everything's going to happen for you automatically, and then I'll show you how to edit it to make sure that it looks good, right? So I'm going to delete all these out here, and we're not going to use any of the actual photos. We're only going to use the actual videos on the listing, okay? Now, another way that you could do it as well is if you go to TikTok and you actually just search for that specific product. So I would type in water table pump. Chances are somebody has made a video on it, especially if you're using product research software to find a hot selling product, then it's already selling on TikTok Shop somewhere. So if you just search that title of the product, you can generally speaking find a decent amount of videos on TikTok already, and then just download those TikTok videos and then you upload those videos into the software as well. That's another great way to do it as well. Again, you always, if you're going to do that, want to make sure that you're changing the video very frequently at like every 3 seconds and then switching B-roll clips. But more on that in a different video. That's just another option that you can do. But for this video, we're just going to use the high quality review videos on the actual Amazon listing, right? So now we click next, and the software is going to then make us choose what the aspect ratio is, what the video length is, and input a target audience if we know it or have it, right? So obviously this is for TikTok Shop and TikTok affiliates. So the aspect ratio is going to be the vertical 9:16. Video length is really a personal choice. You can go 30 or 60 seconds if you want. That can work. A lot depends on audience retention, how good your actual video is. For the majority of you, because if you're watching this tutorial, you're probably just starting out with a software like this, I would recommend sticking with 15 seconds just because it's going to be less time for you to actually edit. And then based on what you input in here, it's going to generate that length of a script for you. And you can still create very high quality videos in 16 seconds that actually work to sell the product. So that's what I'd recommend that you start with. Once you get decent at it, you can always go to 30 or 60. That's totally fine. Start with 15 because it's easier and it'll be less for you to edit. If you know the target audience, obviously you could put that in there. So if it's like 44-year-old women that live in the suburb, whatever it is, right, you could put that in there just so they can speak to that target audience in the script, but you don't have to. And then you click next and it will just run and generate you a bunch of scripts based on the information that you actually gave it, title and description wise. And then also after we choose the script and edit whatever script we want, it will then put those videos or whatever assets or pictures that you gave it in as B-roll video clips or picture clips on top of the actual script, and voiceover it is mind-blowing, okay? So let's see what kind of scripts it came up with for us. So discovery one, top 3 reasons, light marketing, or story time. Let's check them all. You could always generate more if you wanted by going back and regenerating, but let's check these out. So ever struggled with refilling your kid's water table manually? I did until I found this. So I always delete the brand name out of a script if I like it. Also, most of the time, I'll go in and I'll edit a script myself manually slightly. What I like to do is I'll use the AI to generate and come up with scripts for me to kind of break through that writer's block so I can kind of get a bunch of ideas. And then whatever one I like, I'll edit it a little bit to take out brand names or specific words that I don't like that might be confusing or, too wordy. And also kind of make it into my own words because I want it to sound more human-like. And they do sound human-like a lot of times, but every once in a while, you want to tweak 1 or 2 things. So let's tweak this slightly. We're going to say, ever struggle with refilling your kid's water table manually? I did until I found this 2-way water table pump. It continuously circulates water, creating endless fun and saving water. I don't think we need that. We're just going to say it continuously circulates water, so you don't have to keep pouring it in yourself. So not the best call to action at the end, but just for the sake of showing you the video, I'm going to say get yours now before they sell out for summer. You could say get yours now on the TikTok Shop. We've all heard that. You could test CTAs, come up with different scripts, create different videos very quickly. That's the benefit of a software like this. And generally speaking, if I did product research on this already, I would probably look at other videos on TikTok that have already worked to sell this. And utilize their call to action because I know it probably works and has a good likelihood to work for me as well. So we're going to choose that script right there, and then we'll click next. And now it's going to generate the video for us probably in a minute or two. I stand corrected. It did it in about 20 seconds. So now you're going to pick the actual style, right? And there's many styles that you can pick from, as you can see here, but I personally always like to choose one with a product focus. So I'll go full screen, or I'll go one with, at the very least, the avatar in the corner speaking, so they're not the main focus of the video, right? Because I want to sell this product. I don't need a full avatar speaking in the video and distracting them from the actual product that they're interested in. I want them to see that product, know exactly what it is very quickly, right? And so now I'm going to choose full screen here, and then we're going to either edit it via quick edit or pro edit, right? So if you're strapped for time, you could go quick edit, although I always recommend that you go into pro edit if you have some time. Once you watch this tutorial, you'll understand that you can kind of change it up a little bit better and make it into your own. So there's so much more creative freedom in the actual full editing software here that I recommend that you always do this and then adjust the actual videos so that they look great, right? So right here, as you can see, it's still actually put the avatar in the full screen. So I'm going to change that by going to media and dragging a different media clip into the actual timeline, showcasing a part of the product, okay? If you need to change anything, just click that actual clip and then click a different media piece and it will drag it in over top of that so that it looks good, right? If you also want to edit the layout or the specific avatar, if you're using an avatar, you just click into there. As you can see, avatar here on the left, layout right there. If you want to change the layout within the editor, you could also adjust the script if you want to, or change the actual voice of the script if you want to do that by going down here and changing the actual person. If you want to add music, you could, although I typically always recommend in most cases don't add music. Instead, add commercial music on TikTok itself, because that way you don't run into the small risk that music might be copyright and actually mute your video, which defeats the entire purpose of creating it in the first place, right? So always just export it with the voiceover, in my opinion, and then add music on top later. That gives you the freedom to change it if you want to, and always upload it without music if you want to do that. But let me show you what this actually looks like with the actual product video. All the assets that we uploaded in there, this is what it created based on the script, the voiceover that we gave it, and the actual assets. And we probably did this literally in like a minute. So here's what it looks like.
Ever struggled with refilling your kid's water table manually? I did, until I found this two-way water table pump. It continuously circulates water, so you don't have to keep pouring in yourself. Get yours now before they sell out for summer.
So not bad. Obviously, it could be a little bit better if we spent a little bit more time in the editor, but I'd say that's probably a decent video. I'd give it like a 5 or 6 out of 10, and we generated that in literally a minute as I was just showing you how to use the software. But you can create high quality videos with this, especially if you give it valuable assets, whether you're downloading them from a listing very fast like I showed you, or TikTok with videos that are already proven on the platform and just taking small, like few second segments of each and switching the B-roll. That works very well. Or a combination of both. This software is mind-blowing. Give it a shot. It's going to let you create high-quality product videos for your TikTok shop or your TikTok affiliate products literally in seconds without the product on hand. You could do it all like I just showed you. You don't need to order it to yourself first and then actually spend time recording and editing the video yourself. It all happens natively here on the platform. And this is how I test so many products so quickly to figure out if they're winners or losers very fast, so that I can double down on what's working and just move on from the things that don't. If you want to try this, you can do so completely free through the first link in the description. But as always, guys, this is just what works for me. I really hope it helps.